Pastor Mark, the question is, what does the Bible say about cremation? Should we cremate or bury?
In the book of Job, the Bible doesn't answer the question of cremation directly. That's a personal choice that we people have. But for example, in the book of Job, it says, "Oh, that you'd hide me in the grave," Job 14, verse 13, "that you'd conceal me until your wrath is past, that you would appoint me a set time and remember me. If a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change comes." So Job says he's going to die, go into the grave, then he's going to come out when Christ comes. Job also says, "Though worms destroy my body, yet in my flesh I'll see God." Now the truth of the matter is, if you are buried with your, bodily buried in a coffin, etc., and if any time lapses at all, your body's going to decay, you're going to have just bones there. So whether a person is cremated or whether they are buried in the traditional way, they are still going to have to be recreated by God. So there's no question about that. God is not dependent on these physical elements to recreate us. You remember what it says in Colossians 3. It says that when we die, it says our life is hid with Christ in God. So God has a record of the DNA of our life. So death is but a rest, a sleep. We wait, and God recreates us. Now, what about cremation? The Bible doesn't directly address it. Some people feel very comfortable with cremation, other people don't. One of the things one has to consider, I think, is this. In early Christianity, the individuals typically were not cremated, they were buried and then waiting the resurrection. Paganism practiced cremation for a long time. I mean, they practice it a lot. But since the Bible doesn't directly address it, since it's a personal choice, since God's going to recreate these elements again, whether we're cremated or not, a person has to make their own decision with their family on that question. It's not really a question of salvation.